of course, some people might be like, yeah, I want crutches. I want arches to make me bounce more in basketball. I want crutches to make my heel more cushioned. It feels more relaxed. I don't get cracked heels. I'm a foot model. Okay, whatever. You can see that my big toe's been going in for ages. This guy makes space for it the other way. So hopefully this guy's gonna start going out too over time. You bought a piece of plastic for over $100? How are you?
How are you?
So what are we shooting today, do you know?
We are shooting a bit of a new shoes today.
Hey guys, this is Zephyr. Welcome back to the channel. So excuse all the mess, but let's jump right into the video. Today I'm opening and reviewing a pair of shoes, my very first. I'm so excited for this, from Vivobarefoot. That's the pack it came in. It came pretty quick, in about 4 days since I ordered it on the 24th or 23rd of October. 24th was my birthday, so I was really stoked that it arrived this quick. Now, for those of you who are my viewers from other life coaching and personal development topics like mental health, trauma, healing, spirituality, and so on, you don't really understand what is this Vivobarefoot, or what is barefoot walking, or what are these shoes. Continue watching. And for those of you, my friends, who are completely into this lifestyle and you're just here for the review, just skip ahead in the video where I'm going to start opening and reviewing the shoes. So let me just explain to my other audience who understands all the other life coaching topics about barefoot walking. Now, our feet are actually the stability and sort of foundation of our body, and we've been harming our leg health, our knee health, our butt health, and all the joints, lower back, everything, the whole thing is sort of being harmed by us wearing shoes, modern shoes. And modern shoes, they basically crunch our feet like this. For ladies, sometimes it's worse. They sort of squash your toes in like that. And you see those old ladies like my grandmoms when they were alive, they got the first toe going over and the second. It's all weird from all these sexy shoes that you wore growing up. And even heels provide the same problem, and arches as well. Generally speaking, we are basically messing with our foot health. And let me just go a little bit in depth very quickly, just touching the different points. Now, your heel in your foot is meant to actually walk on hard ground, or ground that you find out there in nature, in the plains, riverbeds, hills, mountains, rocks, and so on. And the arch of your foot is just another bunch of ligaments and muscles also meant to support your own feet. But the thing is that a lot of us are wearing these shoes which have like cushioned heels, like bouncy arches. The problem with this is, while it may serve to push your body a little bit because the heel pushes you up and your calf muscles are tighter, and the arch sort of helps you bounce a little bit, or so Nike claims. I don't know how much you actually bounce. But the point is, those are crutches. That's like using a crutch to walk. And of course, squashing your toes in, a simple example that I can give is, let's say you try it with your hands. Now, just try this, get into a push-up position and just walk on the floor. And now, when I ask you to do it like this, when you walk, when I do this, I can already feel this entire part tensing up. And so obviously that's going to have impact on this part. So if this is your leg, this is your feet, these are your shins, this is your knee is going to be impacted. If your knee is impacted, then these muscles are going to be impacted. If these muscles impact, your hip joint's going to be impacted. The whole thing gets impacted when you scrunch up your fingers, and in this case, your toes. So that's just a very slight touching the iceberg type of explanation on how squashing our feet together really messes up with our feet, and it carries up on top. Also, because I was getting really deep into spirituality, and when I released my fitness course in 2020, the Top to Toe Transformation, I realized as I was reading a book on grounding, they had a graph which showed sort of the increase in the number of cases of arthritis in the US over like a 30-year period, and the increase in the number of rubber-soled shoes in the US over that same 30-year period. The graph was identical. And that's another topic, which is grounding, which is earthing your body and letting the free electrons from the earth, which is a massive object, come up and neutralize all the free radicals in your body, and hence decrease inflammation. And people who couldn't, they've done experiments where people who couldn't even move their hands like this for like 20 or 30 years, after grounding for like 20 minutes, they were able to suddenly move their hands, and they were shocked. Like, what just happened to all the inflammation? And that's the power of the earth and grounding and Mother Earth. But that's a whole spiritual discussion which I can go into for hours, which is not the scope of this video. As for the arches and the heels, if you're interested, of course, some people might be like, yeah, I want crutches. I want arches to make me bounce more in basketball. I want crutches to make my heel more cushioned. It feels more relaxed. I don't get cracked heels. I'm a foot model. Okay, whatever you're doing. And if that serves your purpose, fine. But I feel like we should all strive to get back to nature and get back to health and the foot health and the strength that we deserve, really, because that's the body we're born with before we messed up that body. That's why I'm getting barefoot shoes. Now, to my understanding, Vivobarefoot provides these types of shoes with minimal or zero arch and no heel lifting and no toe squashing. So all three parts of the foot, here, here, and here, to my understanding, are all kept as natural as possible. And if you guys just want an image, it's all over the Instagram where human feet aren't supposed to be like that. They're supposed to be like this. And I found that to be true as I did a lot of barefoot walking in 2020 and quite a bit in 2021 because we live in these hilly parts of Singapore where you can walk up and down slopes and things. That really helps your health and you just feel great from the ground up. It's hard to describe. And I know there's a lot of cynics out there who'll be like, prove it. And whenever people say prove it, I say back to them, well, prove that you love your spouse or your girlfriend. Prove that. There's some things that cannot be proven in earthly terms when they're not from earthly realms. That's just common sense. I can't prove to you, for example, how the word cake describes a yummy snack in African, because I don't know African. And if you don't know English, we're screwed. There's no way I can prove that to you. That's just another tip on another spiritual topic. I just managed to convince my wife, who's actually Indian, and she has some pretty conservative upbringing. Very open in some spiritual topics, but very conservative in other parts. And I think most races have that kind of combination here and there in different areas. So we're just about to order our daughter a pair as well, because I finally noticed after 3 years of telling her about this, or 2 years, that my daughter's big toe was starting to go in. And I was like, dang, her toes were always beautiful and wide, like a natural foot for so long. But now, the big toe, you can actually see the top joint of the toe, this part, it's starting to go in towards the inside of the foot. And I was like, we gotta cut this now. So we're ordering her first pair of Vivobarefoots soon. Before now, let's get into opening the Vivobarefoots and the review proper. They did not ask me to make this review, obviously. Well, there's nothing obvious about that. But hopefully one day they will. Well, this is the pack that I'm gonna slice open. I'm looking at it in the camera like you are for the first time. Let's see what's in there. Okay, pretty straightforward box. Your barefoot journey starts here. Scan me. Wonderful. I'm gonna provide my discount code to you guys later. I take these out. And mine is size 44. It's got a really nice sort of matte finish here. A little bit of netting here. More matte finish. Ooh, some nice rubber with the signature hexagon designs from what I've heard. Some laces. These look like track shoes for sprinters, to be honest. And here we have a little, well, that's not really a slider, is it? It's some kind of filler too. I'm gonna put that in the box. And we have one more. I'm gonna put it in the box as well. And the inside, if you look, it says recycled and it says made from recycled materials. So this is what they look like from the back, guys. That's the design. I've walked around a little bit, of course, in the house only. And that's the sides. Pretty decent shoes. Zinnia, stop making noises, baby. I'm recording a YouTube video. A little bit of canvas type. Polyester is the wrong word, obviously. I'm not sure what material this is. I'm not a shoe manufacturer. But a little bit of nets, you can see through there.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty thin over here. I just hope they hold up with rough wear. I mean, I ride a motorbike and stuff, so let's see. Nice logos, nice artwork, great design, that's for sure. Very aesthetic. Seems like those badminton sport shoes, you know, those with the white tops and the brown bottoms for badminton. And from the front view, if you care what your date thinks about you and so on. So that's what it looks like from the front. This has a matte finish and it's really like a thing of beauty. The matte finish here is pretty nice. And then they got a glossy Vivobarefoot. It's written Vivobarefoot here, which is pretty nice. On the inside, I'm not sure if you guys can see that. It's a nice dry kind of foam. And it's not the thickest, but it's nice. And let's see if the shoe does what they say on the website. Oh, it does do that. Holy crap. That's amazing. I know my dad, sometimes he's a bit old school. So he's gonna be like, you bought a piece of plastic for over $100? And this is not furniture and it's not a museum piece. It's supposed to help your feet move. So, but the old school people, you know how they are when they buy cupboards, like, this is not solid wood. Ah. I used to wear similar shoes when I was doing canoeing, which were orange, made by Nike. Those were big Ronald McDonald type shoes that were oval shaped, but these are foot shaped. So, alright guys, hope you guys enjoy them and remember to use my link. Alright, so if you guys do decide to buy this, please use my link. Thank you. Alright, now I'm going to try putting them on for the first time to see if they work. If you can see my feet, you can see that my big toe's been going in for ages. This guy makes space for it the other way. So hopefully this guy's gonna start going out too over time. Let's see what happens when I put my foot in. I'm UK 44. I hope they fit. Oh my goodness, they do fit. And they feel really, really comfortable. I'm gonna redo these laces. So I must say that there is, when I open this up, when I open this guy up fully, there's no, my foot is fully spread out inside and there's nothing tugging. I don't feel any tug like you do with normal sport shoes like this. It's completely flat. My feet are completely flat. My toe is actually, as I told you before, going in this way. So there is some space now on this side. Hopefully, eventually my toe gets to open up. And I plan to wear these shoes everywhere, even to weddings. Maybe I'll get a slightly different version for the weddings, a slightly more formal version that Vivobarefoot has on the website. But yeah, this feels good. There we go. Wow, it feels almost like I have nothing on. This is definitely a different feeling. I don't feel the same. Alright, I'm gonna put this one on as well. It really feels like I'm barefoot right now. Oh, it comes with an insole. I forgot to show this to you guys. So this recycled sole could come out, and inside it says Vivobarefoot again. I'm gonna put this guy in. Strangely, my back leg, this one here, I'm feeling some strain in my calves because I'm not used to wearing barefoot shoes, obviously. It just feels like I'm on my feet. And usually I'd expect like more cushion from a shoe, and there's barely any cushion. Okay, so I must say that doesn't have the usual cushioning of a shoe, and when I was jumping around, I felt a lot more tired than I do with, I'm already gasping. I'm not very fit to begin with. I do a lot of weights, as you guys can see from my arms, not that much cardio. However, it was more tiring to jump around than in cushioned shoes for sure. So this is gonna take a toll on my health for the next few days. I feel more energy expended, more calories. I guess great for those of you who are trying to lose weight. Can I say that while I'm wearing this, none of the sides are even touching the toes. The only part that's holding everything together is, if you guys can see, is this lace part over here is what is holding everything together. And I think this part is a little tight. I'm gonna make this a little bit loose because I tied it too tight. Because, you know, with cushioned shoes, we're used to tying things tight because it still feels like cushion. This one just feels like something's holding the metatarsals, if I believe they're called. So let me just loosen that. So what I'm gonna do is, what I usually do with sport shoes is I squeeze the foot like this to get a bit of an arch. So this part on top pops up, and then I tie the laces to make room for the fact if when I'm running, I do this, like I curve the foot, right? This part pops up, you wanna give it space and you don't tie the shoes too tight. So I curve my foot a little, then tie the laces, then let go of the foot. All right, so that's what I'm doing right now. There we go, and it's beautiful. It really feels like I have nothing on. And it's the same is true with this shoe. It's a little bit tight at this area. I'm just gonna loosen the laces a bit. And they're both pretty good. Little ab exercise going on here. I like the look, it's kind of cool. It gives that ankle socks vibe. It's totally got like that ankle socks vibe, as you can see. We can be in a foot ad. Did I just say a foot ad? I guess that's because I'm an actor and a model as well. So I'm just thinking about where I could use these shoes already. So far they have an A+ from me. They bend, that's nice. Maybe I'll film the second part after coming back and tell you guys how it was and how the feeling was. But I've been walking barefoot without shoes actually for a while, here and there, as much as I can. And it's been great. If you guys would like to try out these shoes, I'm also going to leave a link at the bottom of this YouTube video where you can get 20% off if it's your first time using them because of my discount code. Full disclosure, they'll also give me 20% off if you buy it with that link, from that link, and then you navigate and then you buy it, so we both benefit. If you do that and get it from that link, then thank you to you as well. Let's all up level in our health. Also, I wanted to add that as I'm taking out the laces to redo them, they slide out of these holes really smoothly, look. They didn't snag at the hole like laces usually do. So I think that's pretty cool. Thanks for doing that, guys.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Oh, you want to say hi? All right, say hi.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
How are you?
So what are we shooting today, do you know?
We are shooting a bit of a new shoes.
New shoes, exactly. You just store the shoe or something. So, oh, careful.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Good girl. I love you.
Do you know that we are exchanging a bit of our new shoes today?
Exchanging? Who's exchanging?